We are going to make Biscochitos. This is a recipe sent to me by ABQGG, who is Gigi from Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is New Mexico's state cookie. I'm going to be making a half recipe. The whole recipe will be in the description box. Start off with 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 3/4 of a pound of lard, and blend this together until it is well blended. Add 1 egg. Blend this together, and then you're going to be setting it aside. In the second bowl, you're going to add 3 cups of flour, 1/2 tablespoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and blend that together. Then you're going to add a little bit of flour mixture at a time to the lard sugar mixture until you get a nice dough. You may have to switch to a spoon to mix, as it may get too thick for your beaters. Then you're going to add 2 1/4 teaspoons of anise seed. Anise is a licorice flavored seed, and I would actually recommend that you crush these seeds if you're able to before you put them in the cookie. It'll give them more flavor. Put the dough aside. In another bowl, you're going to put 1/3 of a cup of sugar and 2 1/2 tablespoons of cinnamon and stir that together. Then put some flour on your countertop so that it doesn't stick, and using your hands or a rolling pin, roll it out until you get about 1/4 inch thickness, and you might have to add some flour to your rolling pin so it doesn't stick. Then, using a cookie cutter, make the shape that you want. The traditional shape for these cookies is the fleur-de-lis. The cookie cutter actually came with the recipe, it was attached to it. So once you cut out the shape, you're going to dip it into the sugar cinnamon mix and then put it on a cookie sheet. Now you don't have to grease the cookie sheet, but I'm using a silicone mat just to make cleanup easier. You could also use parchment paper. Then put them in a 350-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes until they are set. The recipe says not to let the bottoms get brown, but since they're dipped in the cinnamon and sugar, it's kind of hard to tell. With my oven, 15 minutes was plenty. These are super flaky, they're very, very rich, and they're delicious. They taste like a cinnamon sugar pastry. They're very, very good.
Why did the elephant paint the bottom of his feet yellow?
I don't know.
So he could hide upside down in banana pudding.